Hello everyone. That was an anticlimactic going live thing. You guys don't know, but I just clicked the button and just usually it's like, oh, you sure you're gonna go live? Didn't do this time, so I'm like, what? Jump scare, jump scare. But yes, we're live. I tried to go live a second ago too, but I had a bit of an issue. Fixed it now, so all good over here. So as you can see, we got a tier list right in front of us, and we're gonna be rating some characters. I thought it'd be a nice thing to do just before the whole game gets released. You know, the whole chapter 3 and 4 shebang. Crazy that we're gonna get 2 whole chapters. I feel like for many of us, it hasn't properly synced in at all. I think many of us are really underestimating what we're getting. Let me hear if the stream is going good, and then we can start rating. I'm not sure how many people will come. This might actually be a 0 viewer stream because I gave no announcement, no anything that usually will be a dead stream. But that's not an issue to me because, like, I'm just doing this for the love of the game. I kind of want... This stream's purpose is gonna be to basically capture a moment in time on how me, maybe some other people are feeling at the moment about the game, the character, stuff like that. I'll clarify, this will be a tier list, of course, but I'll also rate characters with it. I mean, why wouldn't I? I mean, not just characters, but more writing and my thoughts about their futures, theories. I'll throw theories in about what I think is going to happen with them. So keep this in mind. So, a lot of this might age very cool, and I'll look very badass. A lot of this, probably more, it's gonna look really dumb. Look really, really dumb. And it's just gonna be like, what were we thinking? What were we thinking, man? Alright, I'm gonna put in one tweet in about that I'm streaming this, and then we get to rating. Alrighty. Let's get started in here. Alrighty, so I also did include, I made sure to get a tier page about that has Undertale Yellow characters. Sorry, I haven't made videos in a while. I haven't streamed in a while. Usually I'm better at this, but this is just me getting back on my feet with all of this. So I beg you, please have patience with me. I definitely will need it. I will do the Undertale Yellow characters at the end. I know some people don't care about Undertale Yellow, so that's kind of why. Some people will be very excited and hyped to just dig into that. Some people will be like, who gave a fuck? And I want to respect those people who aren't here for that. Some people who really are just here for Deltarune, and I get that. I completely get that. I'm not a hater for that. Some people are only here for Undertale and Deltarune. I understand. I don't have a good look at chat right now in case someone starts coming in. So I see we are going to start a little amusing here. Actually, one final thing before we start this. I should explain what the tier lists even mean. So, you might notice there's no F tier. Reason for this is, the writing quality is so high, there is no character I can conceivably put into an F tier. D tier is really the lowest I can go. I literally cannot do that, actually. Like, I thought about this, I'm like, oh yeah, S, A, B, C, D, F, but like no one would go in F. Now you might also notice I have S+, S, and S-. For a similar reason, there are so many high quality characters. The bar is just very high in this game. In a lot of games, in a lot of, not just games, but just media in general, there wouldn't be many S's. There would maybe be like 2-3 S tier characters. Here there's so many, I basically need to just differentiate the S's in different categories like that. So there is the situation for that. You might think it's excessive to do 3 different S tiers, but it will literally need it because otherwise I will have like 50 characters in here. So to make sure it looks like they're actually doing something, yeah, that's the big idea with that. I see we're gonna start off very strong here. Okay, Toby Fox, annoying dog, the character. Okay, so this is obviously a creator insert. This guy, absolute little shit. The way he jump scared me in Deltarune Chapter 2, my heart broke apart. I wish I live streamed that. The fear of God was in me. And you know what? That might be pretty appropriate. I mean, he's basically Deltarune God, right? He beat the shit out of me. I guess he rode over me. Oh no. I'll put this in a solid A tier. The moment this little dog created, I feel like I know this dog. I mean, I guess basically partially because it's based on a real person, but this dog's often in media and other things that Toby does, so yeah, I feel like I know you, you sly fox. The old reliable Toby. Toby who didn't think of that. Alrighty. Now we get to something more exciting. Some people, if you Frisk is a character that not many people really get at all, and I don't really blame them for that. Because, I mean, they're silent, you don't even know their name until the last moments in the game. And there's hardly any nuggets at all. Like, Frisk, with dialogue options you have, Frisk has like, what, 15 dialogue options or something like that? It's very small, regardless. So a lot of people just see Frisk as a blank slate, but there is actually consistent writing in this, and even people who touch base with the fandom every now and then, people who keep in touch, who look at videos, who even go on Twitter maybe, if people who go on Discords, they don't know Frisk's character. A lot don't, genuinely. So if you are one of those, I'll explain it to you. I am the only one who knows the characters from the top of my heart. I am the only valid source for Undertale Deltarune stuff. Everyone else, trash. Everyone else, wrong. Okay, but seriously, Frisk basically is the embodiment of a player, and not in a self-insert way. Frisk represents a player who wants to do everything, a completionist, a player who wants to do the pacifist route, a player who wants to do the neutral route, a player who wants to do genocide route, a player who wants to do all sorts of weird combinations, a player who wants to do pacifist route, but when they have a dialogue option they pick all the mean choices, a player who wants to see every bit of dialogue. Hey Toddy, I'm doing good, just rating stuff. I do prefer if you call me Ruby or something like that for at this moment. All in all though, Frisk with this has actually a lot of character that you don't really see. I also prepare for more streams. I might do another stream tomorrow, and then if I do another stream day after tomorrow because Deltarune is coming out, and you know I'll be streaming that. To get my thoughts on a current place, Frisk is actually the GOAT. It's so cool how Frisk represents the completionist gamer. And we'll talk about it later, but we have another character who also represents gamers, but in a different way. A more maximizing way. Regardless, thank you, Toddy. I'll put Frisk in BASS. Just S. Thank you. I feel a little nervous doing a tier list in front of an audience. Hope you're doing well yourself, Toddy. Seeing as you are a guest here, have you actually, how well are you aware of Undertale and Deltarune and all that jazz? Now, I'm gonna admit with Flowey, I've misunderstood Flowey. I know, throw tomatoes at me, throw a chair at me, throw a couch at me, maybe even throw a lamp at me. But I misunderstood him. I really did. I honestly, for a good amount of time, bought into his I don't feel anything. I'm a twisted fucking psychopath. If you get the reference, good on you. But I bought it. Flowey indeed doesn't feel much from having a lack of soul, but Flowey does feel something. In some extra Undertale content, I think in the alarm clock, it has been revealed that Flowey sometimes stalks his mom, and he does feel stuff. He is hurt. Flowey is not okay. And Flowey really compensates with this and goes all extra with being a genocider and about trying to be all powerful. And it's actually really funny how much of a projector this guy is. Like, he talks about, you look at these people who cry like babies running to their mommies. But he literally does that. He actually does that straight up. Oh, I'm sorry, Toddy. So with this, I can really appreciate a good projector. I can really do. Oh no, Flowey was an amazing villain. I actually put him in S+ tier. That's the first one who gets it. That's right. I'm putting it all on the table now. Maybe for people who haven't touched this in a while, this can be a refresher. That's kind of also why I'm doing this stream, because like I said, chapter 3 and 4 are coming out of Deltarune, so it can be nice to just go over who these characters even are. We have a lot of characters here, so let's see what they actually are all about. I'll summarize like a lot of them and what the hell they are, or at least the bigger characters. Like there's an Ice Cream Man here who's a cool side character, but there's also, of course, Sans, who has a really big chunk in the game. Papyrus has like 1,000 texts of dialogue, so that's a bit different. They're not all equal in that sense of how much screen time they have and how much you can explore them. Now we have Torio. Here's a one that all people know, but Torio, the name, kind of stems from the word tutorial, because she is your tutorial as player. I like how Toby did that. She was, for the longest time, my favorite. Absolutely. And I was like, why can't we just stay with her, man? I don't want to continue with the game. I just want the game to be permanently staying with this random goat woman. I don't want tension and drama and continuation in my story. I just want this forever. So there is that, but with time, I have... Tori's a great character, and I love how she talks, but I start to appreciate her not as much as I did at the start. On day 1, I would put Tori on S+. Today, I think I put her on S-. I think we just have stronger contenders here. It's a very stacked division here, and I gotta respect that. I wouldn't say an annual thing, but in the next 2 days, I should be live again. Maybe even tomorrow. That said, the upload train is definitely starting to go up, and maybe the streaming train is also gonna really get on the road. So perhaps. It's really funny how Torio's impact, in a way, you always hear her song. If you go to TikTok, I'm not sure how much you guys go to TikTok or YouTube Shorts, you always hear her damn song. The Fallen Down song. When Torio saves you from Flowey. Ooh, that is just forever following her. But yeah, regardless, I don't have much more to say. Like, I respect her character. I respect her, like, spat with Asgore. I respect her struggle with losing children, with losing her own kid. But... And it sounds so negative when I say it like this. But she is S-. That's amazing. She's an I love her. But again, we have a stacked division here. It's so stacked. I literally need 3 S tiers to properly do this. And again, I said at the start of the stream, in most games, you need only 1 S tier. This game, the characters here are so good, you need multiple of them. Alright, Napsfluk. Oh my goodness. I love this little fuck-ass ghost. Very simple character. I really like the whole family stuff that Napsfluk is going on and the subtle ways that they interact with their family. Napsfluk feel like they are in a mental health crisis sometimes though, with their whole "I'm not feeling it right now." Something that has happened with me that maybe Napsfluk should go to me, because I am right now training to be something called mental health expert by experience. That's what's going on with me right now. That basically means like you're like a discount therapist, basically Walmart therapist. So maybe Napsfluk should go to me. It's not finalized yet. I'm not officially a discount therapist yet, but I'm getting there. And then everyone can vent to me forever. I'll be the trusted adult. Ew. Sorry, I got grossed out saying then I'm the trusted adult. Usually when someone says they're a trusted adult, they are not trustworthy. So that's what's popping with me and Napsfluk. I'm struggling a little with Napsfluk here. I really want to put Napsfluk super, super high. That said though, Napsfluk is most likely gonna be in Chapter 3. A lot could change in that. I mean, it's pretty much like 99% confirmed Napsfluk will be in Chapter 3. I feel like Napsfluk deserves to be in S tier. But in my heart, I don't feel it right now. It's a fun character, but I'm sorry. Napsfluk can't go there just yet. But maybe this is why we do the stream. Literally in like a few days, when next chapters come out, Napsfluk could go here maybe. Could go here. Maybe they'll fall off. Maybe they'll fall off. That remains to be seen. Oh my god, it's a Tunnel of Love song. I love that. Okay, now the Sans Undertale. Like, I've been looking at him like a little anxious to just even talk about him. He's like an elephant in the room, isn't he? So, I would say this fella. Amazing. I really like how Sans is just a lazy piece of garbage. His humor is so simple yet so effective. It feels like I'm always walking into it. It feels like I'm always walking behind Sans, and I have perfect vision on him. I'm watching his movements like a hawk. I'm watching his hands, see what they're doing, and somehow, whenever I blink, he shuts the door in my face, and my whole face goes into the door, and I'm like, ow! Ah! He does it every time. I don't know how he does it. I literally don't know. He should not have that power. Speaking of doors, in Undertale, he seems to have like these teleporting doors. I also personally am pretty convinced myself, and I love this theory. I know this is a pretty divided theory. The theory where Sans and Papyrus, that Deltarune is the sequel in a way, and that Sans and Papyrus, likely during the Roaring or something like that, or some sort of disaster, use some sort of time machine to hop to a different dimension, and the dimension is Undertale. Yes, I'm a believer in that. I think that Deltarune, in a way, is it's a separate universe, but Sans and Papyrus are like from Undertale and Deltarune are the same. So that is interesting. Sans has a lot of fun time travel stuff, and he's a very good reader on facial expressions. You could literally just tell like how many times he died, if you're frustrated, or other silly things. Sans is a clever bastard. And with a laziness, you wouldn't think it. Sans also seems to have a bit of an Alphys connection that not many people really put enough pressure on. But on top of my head, I wouldn't really want to dare and say how deep it goes. Not that the game, I think, goes too hard on this. I think it's a pretty niche thing to find. Regardless, anytime Sans is on the screen, you know it's going to be a blast. There's a reason when people walked by, saw Sans, a lot of them screamed, Sans! They just screamed it. So, all in all, you could tell I love him. You could tell I'm in love with him. I gotta put him in S+. He is actually the GOAT. He is a great face for this franchise. How maybe Sans Undertale can just be your life partner. Sans would be a great partner. Funny to hear about the whole taking care of yourself thing. I've been doing that a lot more too. Not that I completely neglected necessarily, but I recommend face masks. Not like the COVID ones, but like the ones that you like. It's like a sheet of paper. I guess it wouldn't really do much for Sans or Papyrus, but for someone like me, someone like Chris, someone like Frisk, they could use it. Okay, I'm not sure if these fuckers need it, but actually, there's a lot more than you would think. Very happy to hear that, though, Toddy. Oh, Papyrus. It pains me to see how many people misunderstand Papyrus in infantilizing him. Everyone sees Papyrus as just a dumb little innocent baby. Ooh, oh no, he can't do anything, man. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know anything that's adult-like or scary or whatever. Papyrus knows nothing. He's just a dumb little idiot skeleton. And that's just not the truth. Papyrus, you could call him naive in the sense that, yes, Papyrus has too much faith in a person. Papyrus really has a lot of trust, and he doesn't want to believe that someone could be capable of some of the evil you can commit in this game. I mean, you can really just genocide the whole underground, and besides Papyrus, for example, and Papyrus would then have to cope with, you're a fucked up murderer. You killed everyone they loved. That's not something they want to. That's not something they can comprehend easily. So in that sense, that's where how would I say it? The mischaracterization comes. But Papyrus knows, for example, what murder is, what death is. Some people think Papyrus doesn't even know what death is. Papyrus is just deep in denial. He's not completely stupid or ignorant in that sense. That is something I do want to clear up. I love this silly goose. I love also how Papyrus is one of the only characters who just cannot kill you. Like, he is locked in on not killing you. When you get too low, bam, just throws you in jail. It's such a sweet detail. Kind of makes me think of Torio too, except Torio, she can accidentally kill you, and she makes like a shocked expression that she just killed like an 8-year-old child. Oh no. I know people love Papyrus, but they don't love him too crazy much. Like a lot of people would put him like in high A or S-. I'm gonna be bold and say I'm gonna put Papyrus here. I know it's not too crazy bold because at the end of the day everyone loves Papyrus, but bold would be like putting him down here. No. Alrighty, now I can rest my mouth a bit. What do I mean by that? Look at who's coming up. We have a bunch of side characters. So, there is that. We can get through them pretty quickly. But most of the side characters I don't think are really going to be in S tier, but we got some pretty good ones still. They're still memorable and unique in their own ways. About Sans not putting effort, to circle back to Sans, seeing as a... You see your comments about Sans being a total bum. I'll say heavy disagree. Maybe I'm not completely heavy disagreeing. It's... A problem is... For example, on Toby's Twitter, he said that Sans Papyrus in Undertale, with the end of the pacifist route, this is the happiest ending they can get. This is their thing. However, in Undertale, they are still missing something major, is what we know. Sans Papyrus, Sans said he gave up going back, quote unquote, years ago. I think he means going back to the Deltarune universe. Not completely sure. But that does mean to me that for many years, Sans did put in the work, he did put in the effort, but after a while, Sans kinda just got apathy. I don't know, I don't want to address that. I see that Sans in a way is a bit of a bum, but... I see it, I hear you. But he also... I mean, look what happens when he's trying. And we kind of saw Sans in Undertale when he was trying the least. In Deltarune, for example. Now, this might not count as much because, again, we don't know if we're 100% sure. I mean, generally we know that the characters from Deltarune and Undertale are not the same. But there is a strong theory that Sans and Papyrus are the same. But in Deltarune... Sans is running a whole ass store. Sans is putting in the work. He's making that store run. He gives refunds to customers. He serves customers. It has to be quite a bit to just build up your own shop. So, not a total bum. I wouldn't say he's dressed like a bum, but my style, aesthetic choice are a bit... My fashion sense is a little different, so definitely don't take any advice from me. Do not do that. You get in trouble. Alright, I'm gonna take a sip of water here because I am dehydrated. Alrighty, let's see who's next. Okay. Okay. This one... You scare me a little bit, man. You scare me a little bit. I don't have much to say, really. It's just a fine little encounter. It does the job. Nice Cream Man! Oh, Nice Cream Man. I love Nice Cream Man. This guy, even when he's sad, he has a smile on his face. I love him. I'm glad. I was so happy when he appeared again. I was like, oh, sad that I will never see this beautiful bastard again. Nope, we saw him again in Hotlands somewhere, I think. Was it Hotlands? I know you see him in the waterfall stuff. It had to be Hotlands. Where else would you see him? I weirdly like this complete side character. I don't have much reason for this. I don't care. Sometimes you just like a character. What can I say, guys? What can I say? Alrighty, these two. I know everyone's in love with them. I know a lot of people would put them in the A tiers. They kind of just felt like this again. I put them in C. I'm sorry. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Oh, they gave me a chuckle at least. You see, if you get me to chuckle, it's a good sign. Oh my god, motherfucking... No. We need to... Sorry, we need to skip this guy. Motherfucking Cherry! Jerry! What's wrong with you? I hate Jerry! If you're trying to do genocide routes, and you're trying to speedrun it, and you encounter Jerry, what you do is you run. Jerry takes so much time. He takes so many hits. This guy is built like a tank. And he's always saying some bullcrap. Okay, he's not actually on kill inside. He's just... He's fine. About his kill inside, I will get... eventually talk more about this. Definitely am... let's see. There will be a little gimmick on this kill inside. There are going to be some characters in here. And I'll explain more why, but... it's going to get pretty passionate when we get in here, okay? It's going to get very passionate. I feel like I need to put this in D. Because who? Does anyone know who this is? Am I having... I have amnesia problems. I have memory problems. I'm even taking some stuff to like help my memories. Is this a stream blank out? Who the hell are you? Maybe it's because of the sprite. Maybe they picked the sprite that I'm not really familiar with. Clyde! Okay, Clyde, this is a Kickstarter fella. Surprisingly few people know this, but a few characters got into Undertale from Kickstarter because... oh my god, Lesser Dog! Of course, of course. I am flabbergasted. Get it? Flabbergasted? Gasted? Don't leave the stream, please. I'll put him in C. Why not? And Clyde, and as a good amount of people, not too many, but a good amount of people know that Clyde is a Kickstarter character, but fewer people even know Toby Fox was completely willing to make Clyde a decently sized character that had more stuff going. Like Muffet, because Muffet was also a Kickstarter character. However, the person who owned Clyde said, Toby, I want you to hide Clyde and just make it really hard for anyone to find Clyde. Just hide him. Make him really tiny, small. I don't know, just make sure... just let no one finds this guy. Hide and seek. Clyde is playing hide and seek. So, there could have been a big part added to the game, but the creator of Clyde said, nah. That's sad. No hate to the creator. No hate to you, okay? I didn't find Clyde too memorable. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know I'm getting executed. Nah, it's fine. Oh my god. We're here. Do people know? Do you think she knows how many people have a massive crush on her? Her line in "Please don't go after my family" in the genocide route broke my heart. That one little note really smacked you in the face of what you were doing. Because in the regular route, whether it's pacifist or neutral, you still go to the shop and then you see this cheerful little bunny and you just have a nice chit chat, and she also tells you off for trying to sell to her, being like, I'm trying to buy stuff, I'm trying to make a living, not how am I gonna make a living if I just pay you? I love how how we got called out from that. Oh no! This was pretty effective. Feels like a bit much for a character we already see, but sometimes a character just does that, and Deltarune is the talent of we don't see this character much, but I rate them high anyways. In Deltarune, when we go to the Deltarune characters, some characters will really get in like the S or S+, even though they have like 8 lines. It's ridiculous. You, however, go in the A tier. Monster Kid! Oh, this kid is cute. This kid is adorable with how much they just like Frisk, like Undyne. like, Frisk's maybe a bit debatable, but they just trusted Frisk being like, oh, well, you don't hurt people, right? But when they saw, oh god, this is a genocider, this game was just gonna throw their life away. I appreciate the balls. I appreciate this kid. And it felt nice that in this game, for a big chunk of Undertale, you are mostly alone. Like, no one is really walking with you. No one is doing anything with you. Like, even technically, like, Papyrus, for example, you might be like, oh, well, Papyrus is guiding you to Snowdin, right? With Sans. But it's more like they walked ahead and they waited for you than instead of walking with you. Monster Kid walked with us. I thought that was a nice, refreshing change of pace. And I just appreciated the kid. Oh no! I love him. I really like what this kid stands for and how they look at Undyne. Now, one thing that I'm like a little confused about, I suppose, is how do I rate Monster Kid with the fact that Monster Teen exists? Like, it's the same character, but a little older. Your Deltarune counterpart is a bit different. They seem a little bit more crude in there, so I'm not sure how I should factor that in the rating, but I'll just stick with Undertale just to be safe, and not think much about Monster Teen, and give it a solid S-. I love the kid. Suddenly, I think of Smiling Friends with... Oh no. Oh no. If you know, you know. I know that Charlie would scold me. Charlie would say, maybe we shouldn't say that. Whatever. Mad Mew Mew! Oh my goodness. You made the Switch version such a treasure. Now, I always liked Mad Dummy. That fight was very fun. I loved... You just did nothing, and you rage baited this fucker. I want to note some cool differences that not many people even are aware of. Before, when Mad Mew Mew is Mad Dummy, you can choose to punch the dummy. Depending on how high your love is, the dialogue will be different. It can say something like that you lightly tapped it, or maybe I think maybe that you feel guilty, but I know at some point it starts to say that you hit hard, that it feels good to hit it. I think there are like 4 or 5 variations depending on your level at that point, and I adore that. It's a very small signifier of how your higher love is making you detached. Now, I guess there's not much about the character necessarily, but it's sort of connected to the character. It's more like this is more about what levels does to you instead of Mad Mew Mew, but I thought I would mention it anyways. I like how the Mad Mew Mew fight for a big part was just really just a struggle of transition. And I love how the whole ghost stuff works anyways with in this Undertale universe. That they get some sort of body and all that. Very cool. I've wondered if maybe during the Dark World, if Napstablook is gonna try and possess something. I wouldn't be too shocked if Napstablook in the Dark World just became something. Maybe even hijacked an enemy, hijacked a robot enemy, something like that. Hell, maybe Napstablook is gonna be the new Mettaton, who knows? Anyways, all in all, very lovable character. And with the character apart, with how they are, with her personality and the things she does and her journey, I also want to say that is a very cute character design. I mean, look at this girl. Can you tell me she's not cute? That's adorable. S tier. Undyne. Okay, this is where we're getting controversial. This is where we're getting controversial. I don't know what it is, but I never had too much of a connection with Undyne, actually. I don't know why. But I think even like at the first meeting, I didn't form an attachment, and I think it kind of just followed me ever since. And I've been stuck in that. Now, I'm not saying Undyne is a bad character though, but I didn't connect with Undyne. It's weird because I recognize that Undyne is written in a good way. I see her hatred for humanity, and then her struggle with meeting Frisk, and then actually being like, oh, this human is pretty cool. And how she wants to make Papyrus appreciate it, but also not want to put Papyrus in danger. There's so much I can appreciate about Undyne. But I never connected much with her. So I feel really weird for that. And it makes it very hard for me to give this character a rating. But, you know, gun to my head, I'll rate this character. I'll go... I almost want to make a separate character for tier 4 and 9. That's like A- or B+ or something like that. I'll put her at the upper echelon of B. I said jokingly people were going to burn me for certain takes, but that was jokingly. This is one I did post a tier list in the past, and I put Undyne decently low. People did not take that well. I mean, okay, they were mostly joking too, but they were like, what? They were very confused. Like, how can you not like Undyne? Undyne is amazing. And yeah. I think it's more a personal issue, genuinely. But I'll recognize that. Shiren, right? Yeah, that's Shiren. Okay, for people who don't know, I am legally blind, which sounds super dramatic. Doesn't mean that I'm totally blind, but I'm not allowed to drive a car. And I don't know, my vision is totally shit, so it can sometimes be a little hard for me to see stuff. Oh, her singing stuff is actually, pretty cool. Ah, there was something with her singing. There was something... Can her singing, like, follow you too? I know Sharon has some connections with other characters. I can't really remember them at the moment. I think Sharon looks up at the love other monsters, if I remember, something like that. I'll put her a bit at the end of it. I am trying to, like, kind of chronologically make this. For example, if someone's here at the front, they're higher, and if someone's here at the back, they're at the lower end of all of this. Speaking of, let me just switch this around. Sorry, Papyrus. Sorry. Oh my god, I literally had a whole discussion about this character. What? Onion-san? Was that it? Yes, that was it. I loved it. It was so, the first time, it was horrifying seeing this little man. This fella, this creature... Oh, I was scared. I was like, what is happening? Yeah! And then just kept talking like this, and eventually I'm like... I was horrified, my eyes were wide, and then when everything ended, I was just like, what? What was I afraid for? Silly me. I love you. I'm sorry that I misjudged you. I'm sorry. This technically is Glad Dummy. Do I really put Glad Dummy somewhere else? I feel like I just put Glad Dummy at the same place. Is that crazy to say? I don't think that's crazy to say. Oh, rest in peace. You had to die in Deltarune, didn't you? Oh, Garrison. You poor old turtle fucker. I feel bad for you. I feel pretty sad leaving this guy, leaving his shop. It was definitely a character that you kind of hoped to see again. Then you didn't really, so sucks to suck. But it was really interesting to exhaust all your dialogue. And that's a great sign. And I love how in the genocide route, forever the aura farming this guy did with, ha, you can't kill me in here, I know the rules. Ooh, that goes hard. It's like, you gotta respect it. It's a phenomenal move. S- to you. Now this is a character, some people think this is Rousey actually. I don't personally believe that myself. But I feel like I need to make a disclaimer. And the mysteriousness of this river person, I vibe with it. It made the river ride a lot more fun. Like, you could have just had, like, a boat that you were canoeing all alone, and that did the job. It could have been a little cutscene of Frisk just doing that all alone. But it wasn't. And I think this made it not feel like a total annoying, if it was, for example, with the Frisk thing, Frisk alone just doing that, and it would be like a 5-second cutscene, it would get tiresome. You'd be like, oh my god, I go 5 seconds here and 5 seconds back, oh my god, why is it taking so long? But with River Person, it didn't feel like a waste of time at all to backtrack like that. It didn't feel like there was like a wasted cutscene or something like that. And I know a lot of people are impatient. Some people have what they call TikTok brain. I got what we call ADHD brain. Oh my god, 5 minutes without stimulation? Inconceivable! River Person, I love you. Dare I say... A tier. Dare I say... Tammy! Sorry. Calm down. It's hard not to just scream Temmie when I see Temmie. It feels... This is another just basically a character based on a real life person, so it is a little strange to rate, but Tem Village was one gem of a find, and I really feel they purposely made it kind of easy to find. Because how many people would perfectly press stop holding the down button to not go there? Most people would click that mushroom and then hold down a little bit too much and then find it. And I think they knew what they were doing. And it was just amazing. To this day, I still call it cool lag instead of college. And that shows to me some iconicness. And I know that might sound like a weird thing to rate a character on, but there's a lot of things to rate a character on, right? Like how well they're written, but also how much you like them and how iconic they are to some extent. Like all of that kind of contributes to like an overall rating. Oh no! I'll put you with Toby. With Annoying Dog. This is the same character. It's just a different form. It's just a battle. I appreciated the determination, and her melting in the genocide route was amazing. But you're still undying. Like, you call yourself undying, and that's cool. I respect that for you, but... Happy Pride Month, everyone! Happy Pride Month! Please get a boyfriend today. Commit some yaoi or yuri or yi. Yi is when non-binary person and non-binary person gets together, because, you know... I don't have visual demonstrations. I could show it to you. Yeah, they go in B tier. For boy love. Let me put them actually in a more exact location. I love my romance here. Guitar, that is a character that's not officially seen yet in Deltarune. This guitar represents the character of Des Holiday. Des Holiday is mentioned through the game, but you never see her. So far, maybe we'll see her in Chapter 3-4. I kinda doubt it. Now, this is something that might age very poorly. We might literally see her, and then someone watches being like, what the fuck you mean you doubt it? Idiots. I knew it all along. Alphys. Now, I need to defend Alphys here. A lot of people go after Alphys being like, oh, well, she's a fraud with her experiments. She is a fraud with this, she's a fraud with that. She didn't do anything, Gaster did all the heavy lifting. Alphys isn't the greatest scientist necessarily. I'm not saying that. But Alphys put in the work. Alphys tried to save everyone. And Alphys, in a way, did save them from being fallen down. There were so many monsters that were fallen down and would eventually die. Being fallen down is basically coma that you can't get out of. But thanks to Alphys, yes, okay. They did some metamorphosis, weird stuff, and they combined together all these monsters, a bunch of them, right? And they formed some sort of creature. But all in all, they're alive, and the monsters are pretty happy with that. So I gotta defend her. And I don't know how people just really talk about TikTok. Okay, TikTok, Undertale is absolute hell. They literally talk there as if Alphys just experimented on people for fun, evilly on purpose. I don't know what is going on there. Don't get your info on this game on TikTok. That's all I'm saying. They'll slander Alphys to hell. That said, Alphys deserves some proper recognition. It's a pretty solid character. I know a lot of people do find her annoying with her spam, or again with the whole they overshadow Gaster's work with her work. But she had some real tragedy, and I can really. It was pretty emotional to me when it turned out that Alphys was sabotaging us in the Hotlands, and was just messing with us a bit, and with the whole Mettaton situation that was all planned out a bit. She deserves more credit, and I'll give her the credit that she deserves. I think she deserves a proper S tier. Sitting right next to Frisk. You deserve it! Mettaton! Hello, Mettaton! Okay, Mettaton, you're the actual GOAT. I love how very subtle things have implied that Mettaton is a transgender man, and I love how he's totally fabulous. How he's a guy and can embrace some femininity, be dashing, handsome, everything. What a fucking man. I loved the Mettaton sections. I loved the whole... Oh, when we were like defusing bombs, that was amazing. The cooking stuff. When it's similar to Sans. When Mettaton was on screen, you know you were gonna have a great time. It's guaranteed. With iconicness, how Mettaton is written, and just the overall amazing moments Mettaton has, I don't see how I could justify putting Mettaton anywhere but straight to the S+. Absolute magnificent character. And all your forms too. I don't care if you're robot, regular Mettaton, or Mettaton Neo. Who gave a fuck? Another Kickstarter character. So sorry. Okay, here's a story that people have forgotten by now. I have not forgotten this. When this game came out in 2015, people were really hating on So Sorry on this character right here. They saw this character and they said, I hate this furry thing. fucking furries putting themselves in the game. Why are these furries putting themselves in the game? These furries are so annoying. Why are the furries putting themselves into this game? It was just furry hate, really. And what I don't get is, please look at my screen and look at how the characters look like. Just have a look, please. Look at how some of these characters look like. Look at Catty. Look at Bratty. Just look. Look at these dogs. You know? What do you mean I hate furries? You're playing furry the game. They're like, oh, fur. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? So this was ridiculous. I don't know why this got so much hate as it did. I like the fella. I'm gonna say it. And I think this fella deserves a bit more credit. Nothing wrong with this character. Absolutely not. And for that, I'll put So Sorry in B tier. I'll give another fun fact. Similar to Glide, So Sorry also is gonna have an extended involvement in the story like Muffet. But the creator was like, nah, well, that's not needed. There were some complications too eventually, and the creator eventually was like, never mind. Toby tried to bounce some things from writing ideas, but they were not really a fan, and then they were like, let's just make it a more niche thing. And in a way, it actually sucks for us, because that means maybe we could have had, like, a tiny section more of the game. A slightly longer section. Muffet! I need to attack you, Muffet. You are not a main character. People treat you as a main character. Usually, you are not the only one who ever feels a certain thing, but I don't feel that at all. If he wanted to make money, he's done a very poor job at making chapter 1 and 2 free so far. Muffet is... yeah, seriously, so when people put Muffet in like a main character thing, she's not. Muffet is not a main character. Just wanna clear the record with this. She's a Kickstarter character. She does have a whole soul mode, and it's pretty awesome, and I love her fight. And I like her character. But she's not a main character. We just gotta establish that one, okay? Love her, though. Absolutely love her. I know everyone's in love with her. Her design is cool, her character is cool, her fight is cool. What more do you want? Well, there's more stuff you could actually want. But there's nothing, like, really wrong with this. I was like, well... yeah, higher than this. Do I like Muffet more than Napstablook? That's a really tough call. I feel like they're kind of equal in my head. Yeah, I'll put her next to Napstablook. I feel like I can't confidently say that I like her more than Napstablook. I kind of thought maybe Muffet is S-, but no. That's... I guess maybe I could move Napstablook, but no. No. Oh my god, the Gossip Girls! Here's a fun little thing. In Undertale, they were like, oh, we'll always be together forever and ever and ever. And then, in Deltarune, it's a different universe. But they are kind of having a bit of a rivalry in there. So that's pretty interesting. Regardless, I was totally girling out with them. I was full on, yes, queen, let's go. They were a vibe. Oh god. I'm like, where do I put this then? Kind of like Garrison. I was sad to see them go. Okay. Another one that's near Napstablook, tier-wise for me. God, what do I do? These choices are brutal out here. I think I just put them in S minus. Oh, burger pads. Oh, you are one hell of a guy. I always feel for this guy when he's on screen. He's not even on screen too crazy much, but it's someone you get. He's like the Squidward of Undertale. You see him for just a little bit, but you know everything you need to know. And he is a guy that, after everything's said and done, I still think about him. A lot of, like, for example, Lester Dog, Clyde, they're neat enough, but I don't really think about them anymore, if that makes sense. Not much. But I'll think of Burger Pants. I think of you. And I think that's worth quite a lot, actually. Oh my god, do I like Burger Pants more than Torio? I don't think I do. I don't think I do, I'm sorry. Oh no. No, no, no! Guys, I don't know if you pronounce this character's name as Chara Dreamer or Kara Dreamer. Now, a good argument is character Kara. I'll note that. But the debate I've had, just knowing that this is a debate, I see that they are next, and I just want to quit the stream. I want to end the stream right now. I'm so exhausted of the debates. I don't want anyone to say anything about how to pronounce it. Okay, you're allowed to just one time. But oh, the headaches I've had about this. That said, that is not about the character. I touched a bit on Frisk, on how many people misunderstand Frisk. So, let's go to Frisk first. Frisk is the completionist gamer, the gamer who wants to see everything. The gamer who wants to inspect everything there is to inspect, find every dialogue piece, talk to everyone you can talk to, beat the game, and get every single ending there is. That is what Frisk represents. Kara, we'll go with Kara for today. Next time we'll do Chara. Why not? Compromise, guys. Compromise. Kara, they are the gamer. They represent the gamer who wants to do everything as efficiently as possible and maximize everything. They want to have all their numbers up. Their level needs to be all the way up. Their attack damage all the way up. Their gold all the way up. Everything needs to be up. Kara is the grinder, basically. Kara is the CEO of efficiency. Torio tells a story of how Kara would fill their glass, and the glass would be filled all the way to the top, to the brim, just on the verge of spilling, because Kara insisted it would be the most efficient. It's a very tiny story, but it says a lot about Kara's mindset. Kara's plan with Azrael was crazy. And there is some real interest with Kara's hatred for humanity and with other humans. They most likely were somewhat abused, but everything's a bit up in the air with this. We did get a newsletter with a story about them and Azrael, which is a very beautiful story. It's like a little, what was it, like a rhyme or something? So I know you for 99 more years. 999 more years. 999 is a big number for the number 9's are big for Kara. Kara wants everything at the most, so 9 would be the biggest number. And regardless where I'm going with this, I really am in love with what they represent, and I love their character on outside of those things. I love their freaky ass smile. So, all things considered, I'm coming in with a hot take. This character has like probably what 16 dialogue pieces. If you consider, some people, there's a very popular theory that the narrator in Undertale is Kara. Some people think that's only during the genocide route. Some people think that it's always like that. Some people, regardless, I'm gonna put Kara. This is really hot. Dude. I'm in love. Okay, I'm actually in love. It's actually straight up one of my favorite characters. Number 2 slot right now. I know that's crazy. I know. For a character who hardly speaks, hardly any time, we hardly have a sprite of this character. But I think everything about this character was done with absolute perfection. There were no missed beats there. Asco Dreamer! Oh, the tragic little fail male. Oh, this poor guy. Always failing into something. I like how he holds back in the fight against Frisk to some extent. I like how he can even commit suicide, this guy, in certain endings. I also love in Deltarune Asgore's relationship with Chris. Little not sure how to rate the whole, Deltarune Undertale stuff, but all in all, Asgore's character is a very nice and cool character, and I feel like he has such dad vibes in an amazing way. Don't forget about your ex-husband! That's sad though. I gotta say, I do. Asgore, of like the main characters in Undertale, has like about the least amount of dialogue. If not just the least. Depends on who you see as main character. If you see this fucker as a main character, then it's them. And I feel Asgore is often pushed to the back burner and hasn't had much of a chance to shine. I think there are a lot of beautiful details about Asgore, with how Asgore mourns the loss of his children, how Asgore mourns the end of his relationship with Toriel. A lot of beautiful details all over the place with that. That's sad though, that's sad. Feels weird doing this, but I guess next tutorial. I'm not even trying to put them together, but coincidentally, I feel they are on a very similar level, actually. Like, it genuinely just ends up like this. Okay, so this Flower, we already rated him. Just because, like, different doesn't mean... Ooh, the... how do you pronounce it, man? The amalgam maze? Here you go, man. We quickly get through this with that. Boom. Damn, everything's a lot more empty now, isn't it? Asriel! Oh, Asriel. Do you think Asriel is aware that their name is an anagram for serial murderer? Do you think they're aware of that? Or do you think this is like something that, they don't know? It would be kind of awkward to be like, oh shit. My name is that. Oh, I never knew. Regardless, though, poor fella. Being fated to be a flower forever? Crazy. Now, I know you might say, oh, Ruby. Why don't you just say, oh, that's the same character. Well, you see, technically Flowey and Azure are the same character. They are just a bit too different, I feel. Regardless, Azure also doesn't have much screen time. So where would I put Azure? Azure does perform the job that they do in the story very flawlessly. With the whole Buttercups, with the whole Kara thing, with everything, man, with everything. Frisk and Azure hugging it out, ooh. With the final battle, what a hype moment that was. What an amazing hype moment. I think, all in all, Azrael did a great part, and Azrael is deserving to go to the S tier. Along with your little forms, with your little hyper dads. Ooh, hyper dads. Chris Dreamer. Now we get to the Deltarune part of this. Oh, Chris Cross Applesauce. I love Chris. It's so impressive how much I am in love with Chris when Chris has not said one dialogue piece. But we know so much about Chris from just how the room is, from what other characters are saying, from whatever. From maybe how Chris covers their eyes when they try and look at Azure's room. Where would I put you, Chris? I'm so deeply invested into Chris. It's actually not even funny. I think you and Kara are on equal levels. Susie! Now, Susie's actually quite a simple and common character in the whole mean girl, doesn't want to be the hero, rejects the call to be the hero, and then ends up embracing that. That said, Susie technically is filling quite an old and tired trope. Well, maybe not old and tired, but just, it's been here since forever. And it's not something necessarily original. But there's also saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And I feel like Susie, from all the times I've seen this, Susie might be the best one I've seen of this. Can't describe to you how many times I've seen this kind of character, and how, from all the times it happened, Susie is absolutely on the top tier best of this. Susie, it does me great pleasure to say that you are an absolute queen, and you are dethroning Sans Undertale right now. Oh, Noel Holiday. Oh, damn. Is it the Noel Holiday? What song is that? Oh, no, it's not Noel's song. I was about to say, what comedic timing. She's very deserving of this. She might be one of the best written Deltarune characters, and I think it's only going to get stronger and stronger. I have a lot of faith. That said, there's definitely some potential for slippage here. It's definitely... Susie's not immune to slipping down here. But I think Susie's only gonna rise above. Oh, no, well, I have a disclaimer here. I love Noelle, to some extent, but similar to Undyne, but not completely. I didn't connect with her that much. In a way, I think maybe Noelle got overshadowed by my love for Rousey and Susie. My love for Rousey, I'll talk more about in a hot second. Please put Asgore in S, please. He is. S minus. No, you probably want S. I mean, I said Tori and Asgore are like the same. You know, just for you. Just for you. Hey, there you go. S. Yeah, I just want to give my disclaimer. Noelle, I actually had a bit of a problem connecting with her at first. So she was more... I don't know why. I think I was just my bias for when the other characters came in. But all in all, I recognize she's a great character, an amazing character. And I have ended up connecting with her properly. Unlike Undyne, I still need to connect with Undyne to this day, really. So, I think Noelle is probably gonna grow on me in these future chapters. But as of right now, Noelle is not as high as she could have been. I am gonna put Noelle on the A tier, which, with how this tier list is, with S plus, S minus, A almost sounds low. It's still great. I mean, B is still pretty damn great. C is when you get a bit mediocre. B is a solid character. A is a wonderful, great character. This is where these are. I can't even describe how good these characters are. I mean, again, we need 3 S tiers. How many times do we need to repeat that? It's just the writing is off the wall with this game. I can't name other games necessarily where we just need to put S plus, S minus. It's crazy. Yay! I love earning subscribers. Thank you so much. I gotta say, making this tier list is pretty hard. I thought I'll breeze through this. I'm not breezing through this, in fact. I am struggling. Because there's just so much I love, and I can't just put everyone in S+. I can't put everyone in even an S for S-, man. It's a struggle here. I am battling for my life. I feel very validated that I haven't made an F tier, because as I said at the start of the stream that the characters are too good, that there's no F tier character. This D tier though, I know it will be used, but I think, I'm sorry, I think that's going to Undertale Yellow stuff. There is some stuff, I have some grievances with that game, with some parts. I love the game, but once you get to Undertale Yellow, I think that D tier is getting utilized. We'll see about that in a second though. That is literally it. That's why this game's so hard. You said it. Favorites among your favorites. Like, what were already in my favorites? How do I pick favorites in my favorites? You're like, hey, what are your top 10 things in life? Oh, these 10 things. Oh, what are your favorites from those 10? I don't know. You're killing me here. Let's go to Birdly. Now I can finally explain Kill on Sight. There are characters here. I pretend like I hate them. I actually love them. But there's only one character I actually really hate. There are two characters I completely pretend to hate. For no reason. I don't know how it happens, but I just pretend like I hate them. And that one that I actually hate. Birdly, you're on Kill on Sight ? Birdly is a very well-written character. Birdly seems like a smug little Redditor who thinks they know everything, and that he's better than everyone, and he's a genius, but he got pushed in a trap of, oh, this is where your worth is, and feels like they constantly have to prove it over and over and over and over. And oh no, despite how Birdly starts to present themselves and feel like they need to present themselves, he still loves his friends. And I want to strangle him. Or do I? That's a secret. There are 2 more characters to put in this kill list. Reminder, 2 of them I don't actually want to kill, 2 of them I love, but I'll keep it a secret. There's a little twist in this stream. There's 1,000. Yeah, burning it down. I'm burning this guy down in this kitchen. There are so many characters. So many tier lists, I mean. Oh my goodness. I'm doing this for a while, man. I'm speaking all my words now. There's so many tier lists. So to have a little twist, 3 characters, I'll make it a bit of a guessing game here. So you gotta guess if I love Birdly or if I actually hate him. Caddy! Caddy very likely coming up in the next chapters. Very interested to see Caddy. Very good chance that Caddy will come in like the chapter 4 Dark Road, maybe 5. It seems pretty much confirmed Jockington will be in the next Dark World. As of now, I don't feel too much about Caddy. I definitely have enough where I'm like, okay, interesting. Interesting. But I'm not like, oh my god, Caddy is so cool. Caddy's my favorite character. I don't have that. Yeah, I would say Caddy is a character I'm interested in, not a character that I'm super completely hard eyes for. And I would say actually similar to about Jockington, a little bit less so far. Yeah, I think here in the B tiers, this is a very good spot for these two. I'm kind of thinking, do I actually... No, I was thinking like putting it maybe an A, but I'm just looking who's here. It's a stacked division, is what I keep saying. This is basically impossible. These are impossible choices for a big part, but we've got to make them. No, let's make this representative. Make it question mark, exclamation point. And that's fair, that's fair. But hey, when they get into the next chapters, maybe we will like them. I don't think too many people even cared about Noelle when Noelle was in Chapter 1, but then Chapter 2 happened, and then everyone loves Noelle, so... If they appear, if they become bigger, which they likely will, we'll see how we feel then. Like, literally, in a few days, Chapter 3 and 4 will come out, they can literally skyrocket here. A lot can change here. I mean, that's why I'm doing this tier list right now. So much can change here. Oh my god, Sense the Skeleton, hello! Sense the Skeleton joined the stream. Oh god, I need to hide him. If he sees he's in S+, he's gonna like get an ego. Here guys. Hey, Sense the Skeleton! Okay. True, Noelle was a nice character from the start. I can't kind of like Caddy's stoicness. Like Caddy talks in a weird. Oh my god, Jockington talks in a weird way. I'm not sure if you noticed, but with Jockington, use like commas at really weird places. I kind of dig it. We are dead. I'll go for the next character for now. Rousey with hat apparently. I'm surprised that with this tier list, with how this tier list does like all the forms. I mean, look at this: Metaton, Azrael. I'm surprised that there isn't Rousey with and without hats in this list. One moment, I need to sneeze. Mute my mic in time. Thank you, Sans. Thank you. Big sigh of relief. Okay, yeah, Rousey, before I got caught sneezing, I must say how much I adore this character. I'm actually surprised how much Rousey's misunderstood, despite how Rousey is not just a main character, but Rousey also is a speaking main character. Like, I get that people mischaracterize Chris because Chris doesn't talk. I get that. Like, you really need to put a magnifying glass to find into what Chris's character is all about, right? But Rousey, guys, you know how much Rousey speaks in this game? You know how much Rousey is chit-chatting to you? Fair enough. Rousey, in a way, looks a little flat right now compared to some others. I don't think Rousey is flat at all, but I recognize that Rousey can look flat. Rousey looks a little bit too much, maybe. I give you cake, please love me now. I'm very wholesome. Though you can see Rousey's depth, for example, after the Spamton Neo fight, because Rousey is gonna be like, oh well, that was just A broken puppet. Don't even bother looking at it. Don't even bother thinking about it. Rousey... If Rousey had to take Spamton's words seriously, Rousey would have to question the prophecy, would have to question their existence. And Rousey can actually get... It's pretty fierce being like, oh, it's just a damaged puppet. Pretty messed up. So yeah, Rousey does have some backbite, and Rousey can even like talk back to Susie a bit. So Rousey's not just an uwu character. Oh god. What skeleton said the vampire? I mean, it can't be much, right? I mean, you got any teeth or something? I don't know. What do they have in common? Skeletons don't even have blood. They just have ketchup. You hit a skeleton and just ketchup splatters are over their shirts. With what I said about Rousey, it makes me feel like I'm not completely justified to rate them what I'm about to rate them. But I love him. I love how he is a more feminine male hero. That's a very rare character. I really want that to be acknowledged, how rare. I mean, the fun gang, Susie being a more masculine woman, Rousey being a more feminine man, very rare. And they're the heroes. Like, usually characters like that, they're really big side characters. When they break gender roles like that, they are the main characters. So, first of all, I really appreciate that. Second of all, I still do insist that Rousey has this depth, and that some people seem to miss, that Rousey is not just an ooh baby. Some people think that Rousey even is like is a scaredy cat. Rousey's not even a scaredy cat. Rousey can literally confront people, no problemo. It's going to be very interesting. Something that I think is going to be very decisive is seeing how Torio reacts to Rousey, and Rousey reacts in return. I think that can be very major for Rousey's character. With the whole alleged Azrael connection, with how much they look like each other, apparently. I'm also very curious. We need to be very happy that Sense is not joining Torio in this next Dark World, otherwise... I mean, not Sense, Papyrus. Papyrus really was just like, that's the queen, that's the king. Wait. Why is the queen a clone of the king? Papyrus, what are you on about? The way I'm speaking right now, it sounds like I'm the one that's high, but I was trying to be like, Papyrus, are you high? Ugh. How long have I been streaming? Let's see. Does it say a time? I've been streaming for too damn long. Okay. I'll finish it up, though. I guess... Tug it out. With everything I said combined, I might surprise some of you here. Please, please, please! I want Rousey to say mom tutorial. Please, that would be so funny. I'm putting Rousey to... Look, I see why people wouldn't put Rousey all the way in the top. But that's not me. That's not me. I think Rousey is amazing. I see so much. And sometimes they're in very tiny moments. But there's a lot to explore with this guy. He is not just some mindless drone that's a scaredy cat. It's a guy with backbone that's still feminine, that's very helpful, that is thoughtful in things, but also socially awkward in a very charming way, but is also growing in it. There's a lot going on with Rousey. And I think the issue really is with why issue. I'm not sure if you would call that, but I think why people wouldn't rate Rousey as high as I do. Susie, in even a singular chapter, from the start of chapter 1 to the end of chapter 1, you can very clearly see how Susie changes, and that makes you appreciate Susie, right? Because of how Susie changes, how Susie reflects, how Susie grows. When Rousey changes, it's in a much more subtle way. And that's subtlety is just, in the end, a lot of people miss it, of course, because again, some stuff you need like a microscope to see it. The hell's having chats? Message retracted. What the devil's going on here? Yeah, that's so. I gave my reasoning here. You don't have to agree with it, okay? But I'm putting it like it is here. I'm putting it down like this. I definitely stand behind this. Lancer! What a silly little kid. I think it's so hilarious how Lancer doesn't know how insults work, so Lancer just calls you toothpaste boy or something weird. I wouldn't be surprised if Lancer ends up just calling you a cupcake. Watch out before I eat you, cupcake! And it just... Bro, don't say that. I know there's gonna be a lot of Lancer, don't say that. Very fun thing to note. Seeing how Chris spawned a dark fountain in their living room, Lancer and Rose card are still in Chris's inventory, so they most likely won't turn to stone. So they most likely will actually have a pretty sizable role in this chapter. One may think, right? One may think. We'll see. But I don't think they'll turn to stone chapter 3, so I'm curious. I am a little surprised that Lancer and Rose card are following us, because it shows that Lancer and Rose card are going to have a more prominent role in the story, and I'm actually really unable to put a finger on where the hell they're going to go. Does anyone have any idea where Lancer's story can go, how Lancer's going to develop? Like, right now, to me, Lancer's the comedic relief right now. Lancer's the one that says the silly, funny little lines that just eases the moment when it's tense. It gets you to chuckle, it gets you to laugh. I got no clue where Lancer's going. That said, I do appreciate Lancer for who he is, for what he is. Enjoy your nap, Sans Undertale. Enjoy it, you deserve it. All things considered, I think Lancer is a cool character, and I love him. I feel like we still have yet to see what makes him shine. So I cannot put him like in S+ tier. I know maybe I think a good amount of people would do that right now if they were me. And I think some people would be like, "What, you put Rousey in S+, but not Lancer?" I think, as of now, maybe I'm missing something, and I'm very open if I miss something. I would put Lancer over yonder. Hello, my Polish friends. I'll never do a genocide run. Actually, never done it officially. I was a coward who watched one. Just rated Lancer. Alrighty. Yeah, I think, what I think, that's something that's going to change in the next chapters. I think my Lancer rating, my Caddy and Jockington ratings, I think those especially are going to change. I think Torio, actually, I feel like she's going to be pretty stable despite that she's coming with. Noelle is always very subject to change. I think the rest are probably going to stay pretty much where they are. Oh boy. It's Sean. But guys, don't be deceived. You pronounce his name. You pronounce their name as Sean. But their name is spelled like seam. It's a trick. Don't get tricked by this. And I'll say right now, guys, I'll surprise everyone by putting this fucker, this creature, kill on sight. I hate you. I want to shoot you with a gun, and this gun needs ammo in it, of course. But I want you shot, and hopefully in that other eye that's still working. I hate you. And not that this wouldn't be genocide. This would just be torture, guys. This wouldn't be genocide. It's not a no mercy run. It's just a torture run. This cat, this plushie, all it does is sit in the shop and just laughs a little, going and just give you cryptic advice, and maybe had some weird thing with Jev. I don't know what happened here. Hopefully Jev will mess this thing up. This Sean apparently doesn't really go by voice pronouns, but they them. So happy Pride Month, I guess. But I still hate you. So you guys think I actually hate them? That'll be a mystery. There's only one more person who goes on the kill on sight list. One more person. Oh goodness. This thing gives me a headache. Always so mysterious, being extra for no reason. Why you gotta be so... We need to move past. We need to move past. I'm gonna go crazy. Okay, round. Oh, that was one. This is actually one of my favorite battles. It's maybe a little simple for some people, but it's... I feel like this is such a massive vibe shift when we did this battle for the second time. But it was also a big vibe shift for the first time. So I think this battle was so essential for the tone of Chapter 1. For the tone of Susie's character. This might be a weird placement to put this, put a character like this, but... I actually think you are deserving to be the representative of the B tier. It's just a cute little thing. I love the weird little bows it does. I love what it does for the story. I love the moment. I like you. You're a little weird circle, and I love you for it. I don't know what the fuck this weird dog is. This thing horrifies me in an amazing way. You go straight to A tier. Motherfucking, it's Chevo! It's motherfucking Chevo! Hello! I love Chevo, in case you guys can tell. Hello, Chevo! I really like Chevo. I like Chevo at normal amounts. If anyone saw the first half of this, I said that some characters I would rate stupidly high, despite them having, like, no dialogue. Yeah, presenting Chevo. This is not an obsession at all, everyone. This is a normal attachment. Okay, we're now on the second row on the S+ tier. Okay, I love Chevo. I had such a cool tier video I wanted to make, but I forgot about it. Like, what the even tier was. It was something to do with... If you get Chevo's key... If you get Chevo's key and then you say, no, I don't want to open the door opens anyways. There's something with that. Something very mysterious with... Oh, Chevo. I love this gesture. This gesture is amazing. Yo! Starwalker. I'm the original star, blah blah blah. Good fella, good fella. It's simple, effective. I love the really weird walking animation. I think this goes straight over here in A tier. Isn't it crazy? We actually get some characters in A tier. I've been neglecting A tier for a long time. Rules card! Rules card I have my eye on you. I really think that Rosecart was not supposed to be whatever the hell Rosecart is now. I think Rosecart has deviated from his original purpose, and it's just trying to make it work. I love the accent thing. I love the attitude thing. I love the personality. I love Roosecart's theme song. I love everything about this guy. You go straight to somewhere in S+. Where do we go? Yeah, here. There we go. Oh, Rosecart. My beloved. King, now, there are characters who had not too much screen time, but they still scored pretty high. Presenting. That said, though, King is not gonna score the highest for me, necessarily. I do enjoy King. But I mean, hey, I'm not the highest, but King is a solid B tier leader. Like, really at the top B tier, almost A tier. Actually, screw it. No. 8. I was thinking, do I like nice tier, man? Yeah. Screw it. A tier. Just straight up A tier. Not even B tier leader. I think King is also a position that can change quite heavily. Seems like we're going to be seeing King quite a bit in Castletown, so with time, A can be climbing their ranks again. I can see it. Rudy Holiday. Okay, guys, we're almost near the end of this list, by the way. Some of this is going to go really fast. These three are going to be basically rated together. This is such a dance. Like, it reminds me, I can see why Asgore and Rudy get along. They're such dads in different ways, but it's beautiful. And I see how Rudy is definitely a dad that someone like Noelle needs. I enjoy their dynamic. I enjoy how Rudy talks a little with smack about, oh, do we need to go talk to that Nerdly? Yeah, tell Nerdly. I hate you, Birdly. I hate you so much, Birdly. I think Rudy can be a very tragic part of the story, but also a very beautiful part, and all things considered, Rudy gets to enjoy Esther, actually. I'm a little surprised to just put it there. Sometimes it's just weird to capitulate, oh, I'm actually putting this character here. I'm really putting it past all these big characters. Like, Rudy, damn, I'm really putting you ahead of Toriel. That feels crazy. That feels insane. Alvin! Okay. I know there's a follower I have that really is subscribed to the Alvin Knight's theory. And I respect their theory. I respect everything about it, okay? But I don't care about you, Alvin. I don't dislike you. You're fine enough. But I don't care right now. Very much subject to change, okay? But right now, I don't care. Do not kill me for this, please. Alrighty, Queen. This has to be one of the funniest characters. It's actually unbelievable. I can't believe how funny she is. This is a laugh riot. You have a scene with Queen. It's similar to many other characters in S+. You know you're gonna have a good time. You know it's gonna be... Oh my god, she beats Sans, doesn't she? Oh god. How far does she go? No, my goodness. Okay. I might have an obsession with Jevil, but technically, I think Queen. My obsession, my super bias aside... Sure. Oh, that hurts me. That hurts me right in the soul. Spamton! No. I don't want to kill Spamton on the side. I love Spamton. Little freak man. I don't know why people present Spamton as a big, large, tall, Tumblr sexy man. But Spamton is a loser. Spamton is an old loser male that lives in the garbage, that wants to torture a kid. Well, maybe not torture a kid, but steal their soul, kill them. Spamton is fucked up, and I love him for that. Spamton is my beloved. Everything about him was so well done. Like, I was able to feel for him. I was in so many ways. I felt compassion for him. I felt sadness for him. I felt hopeless with seeing how he's puppeted and how Spamton Parallels twisted that. Magnificent. Newbert, everyone loves me. Where do you go? Where we go, like here? I love Hackerman. So I think Hackerman will be the new Star Walker. I think Hackerman's gonna be the one that appears in the future chapters a bit. So I will put you, and I liked Hackerman. I'll put Hackerman in V here. Put all the little robot DJs over yonder. Hello! Oh, what a nice man. What a nice, good gentleman. Straight to A tier in the middle. After after Muffet. Task Manager. Ooh. Okay, now everyone has a crush on her. I know I'm blowing through right now. I'm going fast as hell. Where do you go, Task Manager? You go... yeah, you stay, you'll accompany your butt. Who cares? No offense. Oh, why is Spamton here again? Spamton, hello, Spamton! I love you. Okay. That was Deltarune Undertale. There's one more character on the kill on side list that is in Undertale Yellow. I despised him. I'll do Gaster too, actually, in case you want to see that. Gaster! I don't know what he's doing as of late. We probably will be hearing of Gaster like tomorrow, maybe later tonight. He's probably winging his thing right now, but we probably will see him on Twitter. We'll definitely see some appearances of him in the game. Maybe not complete appearances, but some references to Gaster. I love Gaster. I love my mystery man. I think he is so intriguing, and I do think he has a pretty key part to the Deltarune plots. And he's very much hyped up, but I think the hype is deserved. Where do I put Gaster? No, I'll put him in S. S plus a little much. Though, by the end of the game, probably S plus, but as of now, just S. Which is still amazing. Clover! Clover is a sweetie. I like how Clover, all in all, is a pretty compassionate, caring kid. But they're not Frisk. They're not built with that determination. Clover is not tough like Frisk. And Clover, the only way Clover can escape is basically by throwing one gigantic childish tantrum and shooting everything they see. And at that point, they don't even recognize themselves anymore. And I think that was so beautifully done. Clover, you deserve to be the leader of the S tier. You are the representative of the S tier. Well done, Clover. You did good. Decibat, you were cool. I liked you. I did like you. You go around right next to Undyne. What the hell is this? I think I know this is a monster. Dolph! Dolph, I poke a lot of fun at you, Dolph. Because you say you're a main character. I don't see you showing up as a main character. You're at the start of the game, and then you do nothing. You do nothing. What are you here for, Dolph? That said, I love my vampire. I would let him bite me. What can I say? They're a little too zesty, guys. Dolph could be a bit better, though. But Dolph's pretty good. It's a good guy. I'll put Dolph. Yeah, it is a good spot. Dolph served his purpose. I definitely would have liked to see more of him. I felt like, in a way, his story, it feels a bit unfinished. I mean, I guess it's not, because, like, Dolph goes and socializes with people and escapes the horrors and grows from the Snowden incident, but oh no. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like there's more to desire from this character, and I can't confidently just put Dolph higher. That just feels like I'm lying. Martlet! Martlet! Hello, Martlet! Where do we put you, Martlet? She's an amazing woman. What a I understand why Martlet is such a big, is so prevalent in this game, because she is amazing. This is the same character tier list creator, so... Mo! Oh, Mo. More problems? I love this guy. This is a little scammer, this little weasel, this little beaver, this little cretin. I like that he has a bit of backstory, that he's like paying up debts with these things, the Cubs, the Shufflers. What else? I like how he was reoccurring. It was a very fun, vibrant character. Felt a bit like a Saul Goodman that was following us. But pretty pleasant. I think you deserve to be like there at the S-. You were very nice in the story. I'm glad you were there. I was happy to see you every single time. Okay, Male Will. I mean, they're alright, right? I mean, Shovelers. They're fine. That was a fine enough section. Okay, now we go rapid mode, because I'm like, I didn't care for this character really. They were fine. I remember the conversation. They were like in the mines. They tell you so much lore that's never really is relevant, but that's fine. It was just some world building, and I could appreciate that. This is also like the parents of Murray, so that's pretty cool. Dance, like you never had the chance. Okay, this is fun. This is a fun fella. I like how, like, if you were like on a genocide run, he's also like, did I do something wrong? What a vibe maker. It was so cool that we saw him like again at the end at least. What an amazing section. Definitely very important that he was there. Murray, okay, hello. I love Murray. Or was it Murray? God, I can't remember. Regardless. Being a leader of 8 here right now, but unfortunately really taken by Mooch. Mooch is just a bit younger, and I can appreciate how Mooch also is a bit of a thief, just a tiny little bit, a bit of a pickpocket. You're a bit more protective and cautious, I've noticed. I like the characters with that. Ed. Somehow, even though we've seen more of Ed, I feel like we've seen less of Ed. I don't know what it is, but Ed's dialogue was not as memorable from the Feisty 5, so Ed, You do suffer a bit from that. You go over yonder. Ace. Ooh, ace. Sans is an S+. You can be happy today. Sans is happily here. We're at the end now. We're just doing the final Undertale Yellow character. We're now doing some Undertale Yellow characters. And then we're done. I think Ace was a non-binary, right? Or was it Moray? I think it was Ace. Regardless, Ace was... I don't know what they were, but... I don't know what monster Ace was, but like Ace is just like a floating eye almost, like how like these clothes just cover everything up. I'm like, what is Ace? Like, you can tell like some of these are like meant to be this sort of fish, or some of them are like a robot, but what the hell is this? Regardless, I like the vibe Ace had. I felt like Ace had some weird darkness that we never saw. I don't know. C is a little mean. C is a little mean for that, I feel. Ace was fine. I think I will go... Where do I go, actually? Maybe I do put Ace at C. No, I think I'll put Ace over here, actually. Just a bit in front of Caddy. It's been decided. Okay, now we have a main character, so we actually get to talk for a bit. Because we had a lot of tinier characters, and I mean, Dan, it's pretty obvious. You don't have much to say then at that point. Oh, I just realized I never even rated Des. Oopsie. Technically, it's a Deltarune character, so we still have one left. Alrighty, Starla. I'll be blunt with you. I was very, very annoyed with Starla at first. I was like, let me go! Let me go! This is partially fueled because Martlet was my side kick. Martlet was the one. So it made me very mad when she was thrown in jail, and like really crappy jail at that. Okay, maybe not too bad, but there was like nothing in the jail. Was there even a toilet in that jail? I don't think there was a toilet. That has to be some sort of monster right violation. Starlo is really great, I'll consider, but I had a sour taste from that, so throwing the bias aside, I like how Starlo acts like this macho man. He's actually a loser, and it's always a fun character, right? Let's see, you say A. I don't disagree with that. Where would you put it if... Prostimation. Do I like Starla more than Muffet? Yes, I do. Do I like more than Tash? Yes, I do. Do I like more than Navstablook? Ooh. Ooh. This is where it gets difficult. This is where it gets difficult. I think... Yeah. I think we're just a bit more than Noelle. Sorry, Noelle. I think it's good. Damn, look, three of them are just hunched together like this. This makes sense of it because screen time usually is a factor too. Usually, the more screen... They have a bunch of screen time to 5, and the more screen time usually means you get to be higher in the ranking. I mean, sometimes it doesn't work like that because, look at this. Javel here with, how many lines does Javel have? Look over here. Some of them still make it far without much screen time. Ooh, this barkeeper was an interesting one. But nothing too crazy memorable. Just felt like a chill lady. Feels like a very realistic barkeeper. Like, this feels like I can just go to a bar right now and I would just meet her. About that, that's coming. That is coming. I know there's not much left, but that is definitely coming. One of these are going into D tier. I'm not impressed with something that the Undertale Yellow did. And I feel like this is a character that deserves to be almost an A tier, but I'm like really thinking like, no, I think that's some sort of weird bias. I don't think she even did that much. No, yeah, I'm biased. I think her design is just like, her design looks like a main character design, and it's like, oh, but it feels like you're supposed to really, really love her, when she's just, nah, she's fine. What's this guy's name again? Yeah, I forgot your name. I'm sorry. Usually I'm good at remembering names of characters I like. I want to sell a gun to this child. That scene right there was worth everything. And we might not know too much about this character, but they sure created a moment. They sure created a moment. That said, though, how high do we really put this, though? Like, that one moment, besides the moment, this character's fine. Nothing offensive, nothing lame, nothing boring, but it's nothing that exciting either for realistic, I hope. I mean, everyone's free to disagree with me. Oh my god, Gaster. Greetings! I'm just putting someone in the B tiers, like it's not stacked enough already. I feel like Undertale Yellow is like the B tier right now. There's so many of them here. Main character alert, we can rant for a while. Axis. I love Axis. Axis was such a fun section. Steamworks was amazing. I was gonna say DreamWorks for some reason. Oh my god, that actually would be a fun idea. Maybe some other day, because I think I've been streaming for a very long time here. There are some harsh ratings, but I mean, do keep in mind, this is a very generous tier list right now, because like B tier is not bad. B is pretty good. The B is like you're a pretty decent character at B tier. C is when you're like a bit forgettable. Oh, my opinion of Deltarune, that has to be like, what would I say? I'll give it a 9.5. Deltarune is the GOAT. I am so hype fixated on Deltarune. It's not even funny. It is all my brain thinks about. Alrighty, Axis, actually talk about this character. I like how Axis has just all these repressed memories. And how that plays in. And in different routes, those repressed memories work differently. For example, in the pacifist route, a lot of people do find it strange that the ending for Axis there is to live in delusion. Like, you basically overwrite Axis's fears and trauma with, hey, here's a love interest. Forget about it now. And in the neutral route, Axis kind of has to come to terms that they basically murdered the child. You killed a child, you killed probably like a 9-year-old child. Probably shouldn't have fried their head off, that's probably a little excessive, Axis. But they were programmed to do that, they didn't want to do that. I like the complexities in that situation. I actually would do higher than a B. I think Axis deserves... Axis deserves... Now, I'm saying this, but I'm trying to figure out what Axis deserves at all. Axis deserves an S- to me. I think Axis has a... I think certain things could have been maybe written a bit more cleanly. I love the... I was forced to neutralize that human. absolute peak moment in the genocide route, or as we may call it, the vengeance route. Sorry, I Shrug, I guess, Shrug. Oh, I like this vending machine. I love trolling this vending machine. That was hilarious. I was trolling this thing for a while. I love making it angry. I was rage baiting it. Oh, the gardener. People love the gardener, but sorry, didn't connect too much. Like bottom of B. It's basically B minus at this point. Guys, you need to be prepared. There's about some rants incoming. Everyone hold tight. Rants are coming up. The D tier character is coming up right now. Just about. My rants and raves are gonna not... It's gonna take half the stream up, and I've already been talking for so long. Undertale Yellow. Just... Oh god. Flowey was so wild in Undertale Yellow. It felt so uneasy with how Flowey was nice to me. And you know, for a while, I was like, oh yeah, I'm sure this is like, doesn't this follow like Undertale? Flowey's gonna be evil. And eventually, weirdly enough, Flowey got me to put my guard down eventually. I actually was like, you know what, Flowey me against the world. But no, it was just... I don't know what was wrong with me. Flowey got in my head. Flowey just put vines in my head and just activated the trust part of my brain or something. Just put a vine through the trust part so I would be trustworthy of them. Killing Flowey was weirdly sad. Like, Flowey was taunting us. But I'm like, oh my god, what are we doing? This thing... I got pissed off when Saroba punched this thing in the face. That was not necessary. Saroba, why would you do that? This was weirdly funny, this thing. It had no right to be as funny as it was. There's not much to say about this character, I feel. But... just for the humor alone, I feel like this character actually performed very well. I love this thing. I loved everything about this thing. This shopkeeper, I wish we had more of this shopkeeper. It's such a shame we don't have like a extra dialogue tree after everything, or I don't know. Sroba needs to shut up. This thing... Seriously, I want so much more of this thing. Definitely deserves an A tier in my heart. And I'll say, to me, I think I'm a bit biased. I don't think it's the most objective thing to rate this character an A tier. But something about this character intrigued me enough. Alrighty. Seeing as we have like two same characters here. Everyone, it's time we start. The Jin, as people would like to say, right? Oh no. Let's see if I could do something. I think it's better now. Is it? Because the audio needs to be good now, because I'm about to go and, we're so close to, the rant. Alrighty. Okay, everything looks good. Awesome, awesome. Just in case, I'll put it in chat. Let me just, actually, I'll just listen to myself. One moment. Alrighty, we're back, we're back. We're all good in here. I'm not sure what is being said, but... Oh yeah. Thank you so much! That means a lot to me, Sarah. I appreciate you for this. It's, I'm glad I've been doing this. It's been quite a journey, this one. We're almost the end here. So, Shujin. I love so much about our scientist here, our Axis creator. I think the story is so tragic here. About building this robot, trying to prove yourself at your workplace, trying to prove yourself to not just your workplace, but also basically monster kind. Like, there are big shoes to fill here. There's a lot of responsibility, a lot of weight to feel, and you have a family on your back. It's very, very excessive. And then things were failing, and you were given chances, and then you no longer were given chances. It's rough. And there's this hatred for humanity, but there's also regrets for killing the Integrity Soul, it seems, from what we could see. With the Snowden incident. And it's just like, damn. I love this character. I love this character. This character is so good. This is so big. I just want to see more and more and more and more. And then you just start to think, after all the hype, after seeing the tapes, after seeing all the entries, seeing everything what Soroba says about Shujin, seeing what Martlet says, seeing the flashbacks, you start to think, wait, hold on a second. I don't understand. Why did he never say to his own wife about the Snowden incident? For those who are not aware, a human started attacking his daughter, Soroba's daughter, Kanako. Kanako. People like to call her Kanakoke. What? He never shared this with his wife. And you might be thinking, oh, well, that's just kind of what you get from the game. It's not actually like that. The Undertale Yellow developers, the writers, confirmed he never shared that she got attacked to Soroba. So, his child was being attacked by a human. A murderous human, presumably? And he's like, I shouldn't tell my wife that. What the actual hell is going on here? What are we doing? So that's a little strange. Another thing we hear is that apparently he was happily married to Soroba and that it was healthy. From Undertale Yellow developers. Soroba gives in dialogue that she doesn't even know how many kids he wanted. What? Soroba said, oh, he had a very big house. He made it himself. I guess he wanted a bigger family. Soroba, sweetheart. What do you mean you guess? You don't know? You didn't have this conversation with your husband of several years? You just made a house, and he made a house with rooms for children you didn't have? Because he was already planning to have those children with you? What is going on? I want you guys to tell me. Does this make sense to you guys? Now, the Undertale Yellow developers presented this stuff as a character flaw. That Shujin isn't an open person. Doesn't share stuff with, for example, how he got fired, for example. And the fire stuff I can get. But all this combined, and then saying that Shujin and Saroba had a happy and healthy marriage, that doesn't make sense to me. Your child almost gets murdered, and you don't share this to your wife, and you're telling me that is a happy and healthy marriage? No. That is not a happy and healthy marriage. That is toxic. His avoidance to talk about sour subjects is dangerous and bad. It's not normal. It's not okay. And in reality, to me, what happened, in my eyes, the writers just forgot. The writers just forgot about the seriousness of this. So, to me, I want to love this character so bad. Like, when I finish Undertale Yellow, I straight up would love to put him, like, in the S tiers. But all things considered, can I? I feel like I'm lying to myself if I do that. I feel like this, unfortunately, too many things here were very sloppily written. And I think if I have to be really fair, I basically have to make Shujin a D tier character. That's right. I waited so long in the stream with this mysterious D tier. It's for you. It's just for you. Enjoy it. Have a nice time in the D tier. You're the only one here. It's a little lonely. But it's probably lonely in that too, so I'm sure you're used to it by now. If someone has an argument to prove me wrong that Shujin is a caring husband with a healthy relationship with Saroba, I'm all for it and open to hear it, and I'm willing to change my ranking significantly if someone can prove this. But I don't think you can. I don't think you can get over the my daughter was attacked by a human and I don't tell my wife. I don't see how you get over that. Saroba literally ends the game never knowing her daughter was attacked ever. That's crazy. Hello, original story Walker. So, this hurts my heart. I really want to put him in a high tier. I really want to put him, make him an S tier character. But everything considered, I can't do that. I can't. Oh, to the final ones, everyone. Can of Coke! Kanako, some people said that's a little unrealistic how, like, eager she was and trustworthy, and happy to basically risk her life, but I feel like this makes so much sense with everything she knows about monster kind, what happened with her father, to wanna just end all the pain and misery. And I actually think they made a perfect character for that. And she, in the little screen tip she had, she was charming, fun, vibrant. And I love her. I think she's great. So all in all, I'll actually give her a good rating with this. Despite her father and the writing with that, I'll give her... Where do we put her? I'll put her... actually in the S-. That's right, another Undertale Yellow character that gets to be in the S-. Exciting. Saroba. This is the woman who got deceived by Shujin, and she injected her own daughter with a serum that she just hoped worked. Sweet Saroba. Did the stream go offline? Is that my internet? No, that was my phone. Okay, cool. Saroba, you injected your own daughter with a vow, hoping it would be fine. What were you thinking? And then you try to kill Clover. I hate you so much. I will kill you on sight. Saroba, I will kill your husband. I will kill your child daughter. Do not ever come near me. You disgust me, and I despise you. So, I'll ask again to the chat. You think I meant this? So, the gimmick says, kill inside. Three characters are here. 2 I actually hate. 2 I actually love. 1 but I pretend to hate them. But I love them. 1 I actually hate. So, take a guess. Do I actually hate Burley, Sean, or Saroba? I won't tell you. This will forever be a mystery. Just, I guess, try and guess. Mystery Man. I'll be honest. I didn't know Mystery Man was so prevalent. For a long time, I just missed every Mystery Man. But one day, I came down the Mystery Man rabbit hole, and I learned there is so much Mystery Man. Mystery Man is everywhere. Mystery Man is just all about. What the hell is Mystery Man doing? He's a mystery. Wait, no, this is not Mystery Man. It's every person. What am I saying? Every person. Every person is everywhere. He's every person with everything. Everything, everywhere, every. That's a lot of everys, isn't it? No, that's just me having a malfunction. Just ignore it. I feel like, in a way, this is not meant to be this. But isn't every person more an idea instead of a character? Like, do we actually know much about every person besides that they just show up everywhere? If so, I forgot, apparently. Regardless, I do like seeing every person everywhere. So I'll do give it like in the middle B tier somewhere. And then we end with Death's Holiday. Extremely mysterious character. We know so little about Death's traits, about what they're about. We don't even have a proper representation of Death. We just have a guitar! Oh no! I feel like I know her somehow. I don't know why. I can't put Death too high for a character I never seen that's only been spoken about in small stories. I do like this story about snow angels that made my heart melt. There was like a newsletter thing where Des and Noelle were like playing in the snow and talking about making snow angels. I love that. So Des isn't just gonna be like in the C tier of like, who gave a fuck? Des, you get to be next to Undyne. But this can be subject to change quite a lot. Characters I especially will think will change a lot. Could change a lot. Could be Torio. Gaster once the whole game finishes. I don't expect it in chapter 3 to 4. Rudy can change quite a bit. Who else? Undyne could change too, but I think Napstablook is going to be a big... Napstablook is going to have some nice show-ups in the next chapter. Lancer and Rulescar too. That's mainly what I expect. And besides that, I think the ratings will stay mostly stable. I guess Jockington 2 seems like it'll be in Dark World Chapter 4. Maybe, probably with Caddy. If so, I'm sure they'll get out of the B tier. They'll claw their way out. Excited to see it. Anyways, this stream was so damn long. I hope everyone had fun, and yeah, Deltarune tomorrow is tomorrow, guys. Deltarune tomorrow is tomorrow. Yes! Hallelujah! I hope everyone has a great day, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. And I'll be streaming Deltarune whenever it comes out. You don't even have to watch my stream or anything, just play it yourself. I encourage it if anything. But I'll stream it right when it comes out. I'm excited for it. Until then, everyone. Actually, I'll try and do a Terry stream tomorrow. So I'll say one more time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you